in the bag, doing his snap. Black Widow's in the trunk. She thinks she got a charger. Girl, I don't know. Let's get to this video, bitch. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? A lot to talk about. I know I say that every time I get it from this camera, but we got things to talk about. I took a break, honey. Yo good Judy, your good sis, your good everything you want to call me under the sun. I was tired. Thanos snap. I wanted to make sure that I was revitalized and I was ready for this weekend. So, girl, we already know it's been a long week. Girl, Ghost, what's going on? Not Ghost from Game of Thrones, but sis, if you don't get your shit together, you might be looking white as that ghost off of Game of Thrones, sis. Omari Hardwick, girl, what was you doing? What was you doing, sis? Oh my gosh, I was just like, when I saw this video, this snippet of Omari, you know, hugging up on Beyonce at the NAACP Awards and, you know, kind of, you know, kissing her cheek and moving on to the other cheek, I cringed so bad. And I talked about it on For the Culture podcast. I'm just like, Omari, this ain't what it is. Like, girl, But some people were trying to say that he was nervous. He didn't know how to do it. And it's so interesting we talk about this because, you know, Joe Biden is dealing with his own issues of how he's addressed women in public before. And girl, it's so interesting to see how some of these white women jumping up and talking about something. Well, he's never done me like that. Ooh, girl, that ain't it. That's garbage too. And we talk about this, you know, this etiquette and how much of it is really misogyny and patriarchy. It just ain't it. Like, I would never walk up to Beyonce in her presence and kiss her. I don't care. I don't do anybody like that unless I really know them. And even then, it's probably wow, or something like that playful stuff. But it was just, you can tell by Beyonce's like thing. She was not here for it. And you know that B is not a social person. She is just like me, sis. I like to perform, do my little roll around, do this. Hey girl, what's the tea? Everything, all that. And then I like to go hide, like, and revitalize and get my social battery back up to par. But this is the reason why Beyonce doesn't come out. This is the reason why. I mean, girl, like, y'all, like, sis, you had good sis saying, oh my God, Beyonce, she just talking to her. And it's like, girl, go, get your ass out my face. It's just a lot. So I definitely understand. Some people dragging Omari. Some people said that it was not that serious, but you can tell that she didn't like that shit. You can just really tell. But Beyonce, girl, your name has been in the news all week, girl. What's the tea? Since we talking about you, girl, we got to drag Miss Jason Lee. Girl, I'm so tired. Jason Lee, aka Hoggish Greeley from the Captain Planet. Girl, apparently, allegedly, Jason Lee is the person responsible for dropping image of a portrait picture of the twins, Beyonce's twins, Rumi and Sir Carter. Like, he apparently was in what's his name house, Matthew Knowles' house, and he took a picture that Matthew Knowles had of the twins on the wall, and he posted it. At first I thought it was this other guy because Matthew was doing a tour somewhere in his house or somewhere in his office. And, you know, he had a picture. He has every right to have a picture of his grandchildren. He has every right to do that. But Jason Lee apparently was the one who first leaked the picture, and he took a picture of it and he posted it online and deleted it. That's what the girls are saying. I didn't see it, but the girls are saying that Jason Lee took the picture and then took it down. But by that time, it's like everybody had already reposted it and everything. I did not. I'm not even going to post a picture on here because I feel like it's disrespectful. I'm just not doing all of that. And girl, I know Beyonce don't play. Like, she got a good ass legal team, and I don't play them type of games. But Jason Lee just so hungry for fame. That's why Beyonce was ignoring you at that Rock Nation brunch. That's why she walked the other way. She wanted to act like she didn't see you. Like, sis, like, don't nobody really care for you. Then you was on the Breakfast Club, sis. Like, nobody, like, girl, they would drag you on the comments. I just don't think you're that type of person to even be on the Breakfast Club, but the Breakfast Club has no problem interviewing trash and letting them speak, so that really doesn't surprise me either. I didn't get it. I just, what was the purpose of having Jason Lee on the Breakfast Club? Explain it to me, make it make sense. So other than that, it's also being reported that Beyonce is working on new music and she's working on a documentary with Netflix. I I believe it when I see it. I believe she is, but at this point I believe when I see it. Also, there's been a report that she is working with Adidas. They're gonna be called B-Adidas, okay? Beyonce, owner and creator of Ivy Carter, is supposed to be working on some type of joint venture with Adidas. If it's anything like House of Darion, I will not be House of Darion jeans. I won't be wearing that shit, but I probably ain't got enough money to pay for it anyway. But I'm interested in seeing what it's going to look like, what its presentation, like all of that. There's some things that Beyonce has done and has been seeking, and some other things that has just not. Just make sure that Tina knows her corny joke time ain't got nothing to do with no corny ass Adidas. And we also are getting some behind the scenes tease. Somebody gave an interview and was talking about it and said they were sitting in on this conversation about Beyonce working with Reebok, and Reebok's team apparently only had like, didn't have any people of color, didn't have any black women, didn't have any black men, didn't have any, and like y'all are supposed to be partnering with Beyonce. Like, I want to be careful believing stuff like this, because we also got a report that Jay-Z was supposed to be giving $11 million in a trust fund for Nipsey Hussle's kids, and come to find out that was not true. So I don't know. Would I be surprised if it happened? No, I would not, because look how many times that some of these big like corporations or big brands and stuff have missed the mark and let some silly crap come out, like the hugest monkey in the jungle or something, and then these blackface stuff. It nothing surprised me, because these folks don't have people in there with the eyes and saying, you know what, that might be racist, I might not want to post that, so we might not want to do that. They said Beyonce walked out. She walked clean out. She was like, girl, I'm good. So if that's what she did, I'm 100% for that. Like, I'm 100% for that. Like, let these folks know, like, I'm not playing no games. Like, if I'm even coming to sit down with you at the table, at least you should, like, what is going on? And you should not even have to think about that. You should be doing it no matter if it's a white country singer or whatever coming to speak. Like, it's not right. But, you know, y'all do it and y'all don't get no repercussions for it. And then, you know, apparently Reebok, if this is true, girl, find another way to make it work, sis. But now that we're done talking about Beyonce, girl, Miss Queen B, let's hop onto this horse, onto the back on this Old Town Country Road. So this new up-and-coming artist dropped this new cute song called Old Town Road, Lil Nas X, and it's just been bopping around. People have been talking about it. And Billboard took it down off of their, top 10, 100 something for country music. They were saying that the song did not have a country type of vibe. It was missing country elements, not understanding the history of country music and how many black folks have contributed to country music. I didn't even know until today that the banjo is an African American instrument. Like, black folks came up with that. Billboard, like, said, girl, this is not enough. Like, and you got people like Miley Cyrus. You have all these folks in here doing all this type of music and able to come into the R&B game, the what else do you also have, the rap game, and just like be able to do whatever they want to fit in. But we can't cross over. See how easy it is for white artists to cross over and do whatever, and they're the top 10, the top 100s and all that type of stuff. But the moment we cross over, is so many rules and regulations on it. Girl, it's just so interesting. And I'm gonna tell you this, because it's gonna be shade to a lot of folks. Billboard did all of this, and they're responsible completely for it. They're completely responsible for taking his music off and saying, girl, this ain't country music. And we sit up here and give so much, like, I don't know what to call it. We give so much power to something like Billboard to be able to critique other music. Like, we better say, well, she ain't number one on Billboard, so she ain't hitting it. But Billboard don't even want our black asses to be even the genre that we created. And it's just so interesting. We'll say this artist, they are more successful because they have more number ones on Billboard, more such and such from the Grammys. And then when the Grammys come to critiquing other culture, like our culture and stuff, and if we know it's wrong, then we want to sit here and drag it. So, like, girl, Billboard doesn't get it right all the time. And Billboard really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have the ability or the license to be able to critique culture as much as I can. And I cannot wait till we're able to understand that these white folks at the top, we are letting them critique our culture, and then we're giving them license and access to critique our culture that we created. Make it make sense. I don't get it. So Miley Cyrus' father, Billy Ray Cyrus, got on the track, worked with Lil Nas, and used his privilege and said, girl, I'm gonna play this guitar, I'm gonna do all this, I'm gonna have my voice on here, and we're gonna see if it's country music, we're gonna see if it's gonna be on the country top 10, we're gonna see what the T is, we're gonna see what Billboard says. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I say use your privilege. This is what we're talking about, use your privilege. And this, like some folks were saying, well, y'all dragging Miley for doing stuff, but when Billy Ray Cyrus came on, he didn't come on with no gold chain, no grill. He didn't twerk on the track. He didn't do anything. He just came on here with his guitar, talking about, I gotta get a bra and panties from Fenty Beauty. Like, he did that, and that was it, period. On impeachment. This is how you do it. Now, it's interesting to see how her father is being received versus Miley Cyrus. Like, Miley Cyrus, pay attention, take notes. Like, we know how you are. We know how y'all are, Bon Appetit, come on, Miss, what's like Katy Perry? We know how y'all try to come into our culture and try to, you know, mask in or some shit, like y'all some damn animorphs or some shit. I don't have time for it, but I am happy for Lil Nas. I think the song is cute, it's very short. I listened to it a little bit. I don't know necessarily how to feel about it. It's a cute song, but it's just like, this shit like 2-3 minutes long. I need that hoe to be 3 minutes 30 seconds. That shit like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Girl, I need a whole 3 hours and 52 seconds. I am so glad to tell you that For the Culture Podcast has booked their first ever event in Bakersfield, California. Once I get all the information and all the details, I will share it with you all, but I am so excited for the Culture Podcast. Me and Adrian have been working so hard to push the brand for the Culture Podcast, and we will be speaking at a college in California the end of this month. I cannot wait to share the information with you all so you all can come if you are in the area. Me and Adrian will be in LA. Girl, we're gonna be there for 2 days, girl. Miss LA is expensive, sis, so we're gonna be there April 23rd, and we're gonna probably leave out, I think, on the 25th and come back on the 26th. It's a long flight, girl. It's a lot going on. Oh, girl, we get on the red eye flight. But I'm so excited to see, like, us do new things and everything. So it's very sweet. But I am so excited about Endgame. The trailers they've been dropping, the pictures. Let me tell you something. Thanos is not playing with you girls. He is not. Thanos is finna snap us into another dimension. And it is what it is. I don't know what Black Widow and her little pellet gun finna do and her AA battery. Black Widow, what is you finna do with this AA battery, sis? You gonna zap Thanos in his neck? Girl, what you finna do? Plug up his damn razor or something, his shave or something? Like, girl, no ma'am. You need Duracell batteries? Girl, no ma'am. Keep it running, Miss Bunny. So we have to talk about Jussie Smollett and this small update that we just got, I just got. Apparently Chicago, you know, the city of Chicago is gonna sue Jussie Smollett for $130,000 for the money that was spent, you know, trying to get the information on the case. And Chicago PD believed that, you know, Jussie fabricated all this. So they said, girl, we wasted all of these resources and stuff on this investigation and stuff, and like, girl, we need our money back. And it's just so interesting. Like, Jussie Smollett had, like, his lawyers have responded and said, sis, you know, I'm gonna counter sue y'all, honey, and I'm gonna sue y'all for the same amount and all that, and pain and suffering, all that. I don't know necessarily what he's suing for, but to bring it back, I think it's like hilarious for Chicago PD be trying to sue him, because it's just like, Chicago PD, y'all talking about y'all wasted $130,000. How much money have y'all wasted paying settlements and lawsuits for killing unarmed children, black kids, and black folks? Like, I just, how y'all are rallying behind this so-called disrespect that Jussie Smollett has done is quite interesting. And y'all gonna spend more money trying to sue him than y'all gonna ever get. I'm just not understanding, like, y'all gonna spend $400,000 suing for Jussie Smollett, and then this shit might be thrown out of court. The judge might throw this shit out. I'm reading it and saying that they can sue Jussie Smollett for up to 3 times for what they suing for with $130,000. So I think that's close to what, like almost 4 or 5. Y'all, like, girl, y'all gonna spend so much money trying, like, it's just not even worth it. It's not going to be as hard for them to sue because they don't have to prove within a reasonable doubt. All I got to say is that, girl, it might have happened, and that's that. And this might open up Jussie Smollett to tell his story and make him look even more foolish. I don't know. I'm just ready for it all to go. Like, I guess I don't know where we're gonna get to. At this point, it's draining. Like, the man did community service. He forfeited his bond. Like, just call a thing. Like, Chicago PD, y'all look really stupid. So y'all know the most controversial stuff I had to say to the end. Y'all know about Nipsey Hussle's passing his murder, all of that. I am not going to get into too many details. I talked about it. Me and Adrian talked about it in its entirety on For the Culture podcast. If you have not listened to the episode, I highly suggest you go check it out. I had some thoughts, and I don't want to come off as offensive to you all, because I know that like when we talk about death, some of you all get very in your feelings. Understandable. But death is a real thing. Life is a real thing. It happens. But there's so many things that comes with it to make it controversial than it really isn't. And this whole talk about, you know, Nipsey Hussle and what he did for the community, and then how the black queer community feels about him, and people are saying, well, y'all need to stop waiting for folks to die. I don't have to do motherfucking thing. I can talk about somebody's life and death and everything if they were not good folks. If they were sitting here trying to root for my demise and everything else, then I'm gonna talk about it. And for a person that is non-queer, non-LGBTQ, to tell somebody how to feel, what is homophobia is crazy. It's crazy to me. You cannot tell me what is homophobia. You cannot. You like. I highly suggest you all watch Love, Death, Robots. The first episode was good, and it spoke to me of allyship and how you will never understand what it is to be in this situation until you are really in it. Like, you can't. You will never be able to. I can tell you experience, but you will never be able to experience unless you have that fear, and that fear is strong for how you feel about some things. And I think sometimes fear leads us on a dangerous path sometimes. Yeah, we talk about fear of people, fear of trans folks, fear of folks living with HIV, all of that. But I am a black queer male, and I've heard, you know, some of the things that Nipsey said, and I just was not here for. I was just like, I don't have to mourn. I really don't care. And moving on to this Dr. Sebi shit, all this talk about what he was doing. Dr. Sebi was working on some cure. Let me tell y'all, when I came out and said I was positive a couple of months ago, a lot of folks were sending me messages about trying some Dr. Sebi. I'm not interested in that shit, and that shit does not work. Dr. Sebi did not find the cure for cancer. He did not find a cure for HIV. Stop making up these false, irrelevant, ignorant ass claims. It just sounds very silly. Oh my God, but y'all got more conspiracy theories than folks do for the next phase of Marvel. I don't have time for it. But tell me what y'all thought about all these topics. Like I said, if you want to hear my thoughts on Nipsey Hussle, you need to go to For the Culture podcast and listen to the episode, get into it. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.
Makes you wanna break down and cry. So